Hi, this is Alejandro Caruso, and this is my activity number 2 for the foro. Today is the 16th of the 6th of 2016. It's have you voted in an election? When? And I'm afraid I've never voted in any at the moment. I could have voted in Greece last elections, but in the end I decided not to, as I'm not living there. So I consider I don't know what's the situation like in there as good as someone that lives there all year long. So I decided not to vote. I did not vote. How does someone become a citizen in your country? Do you think it's a fair process? I live in Spain, and here it's very easy for European citizens to come live here. They get given a residence card and pretty much full health insurance, well, assistance more than insurance, for free, as well as a DNI, so they can buy properties, cars, or work, and even study here. I think it's a very easy process. You only have to go to an office and you get your papers done very quickly. Unless there's a problem, they're very kind to foreign people. Even when the non-Europeans ones, they used to have full insurance, full assistance, health assistance, even if they didn't have papers. Now it changed a little bit with them, but they still integrated to the society, and if they stay longer than a certain period, which is I think 3 years, they get to decide if they want to be Spanish, and they get the nationality straight away, so they can work and eventually study and all sorts. What makes an effective or strong candidate? An effective candidate would be, for me, the one that promises things they can actually get done. The ones that don't build up castles in the air, like we say in Spanish. And the strong one would be the one that's supported by the majority, the one that's willingly fighting to change things and uses the strength that people gives them to make things go forward towards the future. What are some qualities you look for in elected officials? Well, I don't really know much about politics, but I'm gonna give it a go. Well, I think they'd be the ones that inspires trustworthiness, who has strong convictions, who wants to make a change no matter what it costs, the ones who listen to people's concerns and issues, and above it all, the most important quality a president must have is humility, not to think he or she is God and make every little step thinking of all the people that's behind them and consider them the only voice to express themselves. Basically that. How could the election system can be improved? How could the election system be improved? If it was obligatory to vote in every country all over the world, that would change a lot of things. Because I think when people get to decide if they want to vote or not to vote, that makes things go harder things get harder, because the one that wins is not the one that everyone likes, but if no one votes and only a minority votes, it's just, there's never happiness in there. I don't think it will end well. For example, in Argentina it's obligatory. In Spain it isn't, and it's a big difference between both of them. You have to be pushed to vote. I think it's a thing you must do, because you live in a society and you have to be concerned about the problems that surround you. What do you think are important national issues at the moment? Poverty, unemployment, health, education deterioration, people's wishes every day further away to come true. That's what I said. What is apathy? Why do you think apathy is so common among voters? Apathy, I think it's like indifference. It's basically not to care about others' issues, to see ourselves as individuals, and not as a part of a bigger thing that is the society, and not to want to admit that we need the other if we want to change something, So I think apathy is basically that. Is the following stated true? Elections are won chiefly because most people vote against somebody rather than for somebody. I think it's true, because that's the case in Argentina, and Argentina's new president won because everyone voted him because they hated Christina Kirchner. And so Mauricio Macri, the new president, won the elections. They hated her so much, and I believe she deserved it, that they basically voted him to get rid of her. So I think I think it's happened in many countries. I don't think in most of the countries, but I did in many of them. And Argentina is just a recent case. Well, this is my activity finished. I see you soon.